So Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White herself did not travel with the team to Chicago, which leads people to believe that she might not be there for the game, Hamby. But what does this mean for the Indiana Fever? What does this mean for the upcoming game in Chicago? And who will be stepping into this role? It is pretty obvious that...
What if I told you Caitlin Clark's next big move isn't sinking deep threes, but calling plays from the sidelines? Rumor has it, the Indiana Fever might just hand her a clipboard and a whistle for their next showdown with the Chicago Sky. Is Caitlin about to coach her own team like a basketball Jedi? Did the coach really go, "You know what, Caitlin? Your turn"? Strap in, this plot twist feels straight out of a sports sitcom, and we're here for it.
So, lads, basically, the Indiana Fever coach is like, well, we don't know. That's reality is we don't know who's going to be coaching. We don't know whether Stephanie White's going to be coaching, but the plan is there if Stephanie White is not going to be there. And I think maybe.
So here we are, Caitlin Clark, fresh off an injury, barely back in uniform, and now she might be drawing up plays like the love child of Phil Jackson and Ted Lasso.
Why?
Because head coach Stephanie White?
Poof. Gone.
Not in the building. Did she step into some WNBA time portal? Nope, just a classic case of can't make it, aka basketball speak for let's pretend this was always part of the plan.
Okay, so first of all, we do not know why Stephanie White is going to be out. It is officially listed as personal reasons, and I don't know if you guys are aware, but back in October, she also was dealing with a tragedy, assuming it might have been like a close passing of someone to her, which was also around the time that she was in contention for being named head coach of the Indiana Fever. So that was probably a whirlwind of a time for Stephanie White. And first and foremost, we just want to make sure that she is doing okay and wishing her all the best, because it is not very common for a coach to miss a game. I don't think it happened once last season. It has not happened this season.
With Stephanie White out, you'd think the Fever had a solid plan B, maybe even a plan C. But nope, they skipped straight past the alphabet and said, "Hey, what if our rookie ran the show?" That's right, the Indiana Fever coaching staff is so thin right now, it's starting to resemble a rec league carpool. And guess who's unofficially but totally, absolutely about to be holding the clipboard? You guessed it. Caitlin, I've been here 5 minutes, Clark.
About being away for a period of time. Which means, look, I'd say whatever reasons brought her to Indiana in the first place, like might take her out of a few games, might keep her closer to home, might keep her not going to games. And look, at the end of the day, there's more important things than basketball. And if that is the case, then obviously the it's just obviously like it is like they know what they're getting themselves into. They know what they're getting themselves into. They know what it is, and they know that they've got a good staff.
Now, this isn't just any game. This is the game. The one the entire country's been waiting for. Clark versus Reese. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. Part 2 of what's shaping up to be a 10-part basketball saga destined to end with a championship, a documentary, and probably a Broadway musical. And just when you thought it couldn't get any spicier, the Fever go full chaos mode and say, "Hey, what if Caitlin also coaches herself?" Because apparently, drama is the 6th player on the court.
Hello, everyone. So Stephanie White of the Indiana Fever, the head coach, will not be at tomorrow's game against the Chicago Sky. It's been cited for personal reasons. Who knows if somebody in her family is sick, mom and dad, maybe older, medical emergency, who knows? Hopefully even Stephanie's okay. But when it comes down to it, this upcoming game is a game. You got no Caitlin Clark, no Sophie Cunningham, but you never know.
Picture the Fever locker room. Caitlin's in there like, "All right, ladies, we need to hustle on defense, crash the boards, and, can someone remind me what play number 3 is? I may or may not have blacked out during strategy meetings." And this isn't just any team she's up against. It's the Chicago Sky, led by Angel I block shots and feelings Reese, who's probably watching this coaching shuffle like, Oh, cool. We're doing improv theater now. Reese has been circling this matchup since draft night.
She's locked in.
She's ready. She's got that I already picked my celebration dance energy. Meanwhile, Caitlin's on the sideline, scribbling plays on a whiteboard like, okay, this next one's called Please Don't Panic. And if we all believe hard enough, something decent might happen. The assistant coach, whose name nobody knows because she was hired like 14 minutes ago, is just nodding like,
Yup. Brilliant.
let's definitely run that. Caitlin? She's multitasking like a soccer mom on espresso. Running point. Calling defensive switches. Checking if the water bottles are full. Oh, and casually reminding everyone that she's also playing in the game. At this point, if someone sprains an ankle, Caitlin Clark is probably the new team doctor too.
Factors of tomorrow's game is the fact that Caitlin Clark, guys, is still, she is still out due to injury protocol, okay? I believe she had a lower leg calf muscle strain, right? But there's been an update, she just updated everybody, the Fever fans and all the other WNBA fans about potentially coming back Tuesday, which is not tomorrow. But let's just see what Caitlin Clark has to say. This is an article brought to you by Sports Illustrated titled, Caitlin Clark shares update on her injury and potential return. Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark offered an update on her quadriceps injury on Thursday.
Let's not pretend the WNBA hasn't had its fair share of drama lately. But this is Shakespeare in sneakers. 2 rookie phenoms. 1 national TV showdown. And one of them might actually be in charge of calling timeouts. I mean, what are the odds that during a third-quarter huddle, Caitlin's like, okay, I'm pulling myself out, coaching myself back in, and subbing in my favorite snack because we're out of players. But don't underestimate her. Caitlin Clark is built differently. You don't survive Iowa winters and come out average. You come out battle-tested, unbothered, and always in range. So yeah, it sounds insane. The team's leading scorer also coaching from the sidelines. But you know she's secretly thriving. She's probably got a color-coded notebook titled, Things I'm Better At Than Most Coaches, Volume 1 of 86. Meanwhile, Angel Reese? She's polishing her crown, ready to ruin someone's week. She's rocking that smirk like, you better come correct, Coach Clark, or I'm dropping 20 and blocking your whole ego. And she's not just bringing skill. She's bringing theatrics, energy, and a personal vendetta hot enough to light up the entire arena.
They'll be all right. They got Stephanie White, and I understand Stephanie White is their coach. I think they'll be okay. If Caitlin was there, I'd be very confident. It's as simple as that. If Caitlin was there, I would be extremely confident that they would win this game. I would be super confident. However, without Caitlin, you know what? Ari McDonald's there. How much do we trust we put in Ari McDonald? A bit?
Oh, the fans? They're thriving. Twitter is melting down. Analysts are breaking down Caitlin Clark's coaching style like she's Popovich with better hair. Notice here how she calls for a high pick, checks her Fitbit, nails a logo 3, and somehow still manages the rotation. Beautiful chaos. This isn't just basketball. This is reality TV in sneakers. It's everything we never knew we needed. And we haven't even gotten to the bench reactions. You know there's that one hyped teammate yelling, yes ma'am, preach. Meanwhile, another's sitting there like, why is my rookie teammate telling me to run suicides? That's the duality of Caitlin Clark, the player/coach hybrid, who just might create a whole new WNBA archetype. And here's the wild part. What if it works? What if Caitlin calls perfect plays, manages minutes like a vet, and leads the Fever to AW over Angel Reese and the Sky? You know what that means, right? She's now in charge of everything. Next week she's doing payroll, designing jerseys, and driving the team bus. And if it doesn't work? If the Fever collapse while Caitlin's coaching her own meltdown in real time? Welcome to the most watched blooper reel in WNBA history. So yeah, not an ideal situation. Stephanie White might be MIA in Chicago tomorrow, and that's not great. But for the internet, it's a win. Because let's be honest, this is more than a game. It's theater. It's rivalries, plot twists, and peak Gen Z energy wrapped in a highlight reel. It's Caitlin Clark becoming the walking embodiment of,
Fine.
I'll do it myself. It's Angel Reese giving major, I hope y'all brought snacks 'cause I'm about to eat energy. It's assistant coaches trying not to look completely lost, while Caitlin rearranges the playbook in real time. So while the Fever coaching staff is currently held together with duct tape and a prayer, the fans? They're getting a front row seat to history. Because no matter what happens, win, lose, or what just happened, this game is going to be legendary. And somewhere in the background, a Fever intern is quietly Googling, can a player be Rookie of the Year and Coach of the Year at the same time? Now imagine the absolute madness if Caitlin Clark doesn't even lace up real minutes and still beats Angel Reese. Just casually leans back in a coaching chair, crosses her arms, and coaches her way to AW. Are we even ready for that kind of chaos? That's like LeBron winning a finals game while operating the scoreboard and handing out Gatorade. It's basketball blasphemy in the best possible way. So stay healthy, stay tuned, and buckle up. Because whatever happens next, it's going to break the internet. The rookie, the coach, and the chaos. Caitlin Clark just rewrote the playbook. The fans are thriving. Twitter's combusting. You've got analysts breaking down Caitlin Clark's coaching decisions like she's Popovich with a better blowout. Look here, she calls for a high screen, checks her Fitbit, then drills a logo 3. All while managing the substitutions like she's running 2K My GM mode in real time. It's beautiful chaos. Reality TV dressed up as professional basketball. And the bench? Let's not even get started. There's that one teammate clapping way too hard during Caitlin's timeout huddles, like she's in church, and Clark just delivered a TED Talk. Meanwhile, someone else is sitting there like, why is my rookie teammate making me run suicides? This is the duality of Caitlin Clark. She's not just a player. She's a player-coach hybrid. A prototype. A glitch in the matrix. And what if, just what if, this actually works? What if she draws up the perfect plays? What if she manages minutes like a seasoned vet? What if she coaches Indiana to a win over Angel Reese and the Sky? Well, then she's not just the face of the franchise. She is the franchise. Next week, she's coaching, doing payroll, redesigning uniforms, driving the team bus, and probably updating the team's TikTok. But if it doesn't work, if Indiana crashes and burns while Caitlin coaches her own live breakdown in real time, congratulations, WNBA. You've just filmed the most watched blooper reel in league history. Look, this isn't ideal for the Fever. But let's be honest, it's a win for the internet. Because this is no longer just a basketball game. This is theater. It's plot twists, it's rivalries, it's Gen Z chaos with a Gatorade sponsorship. It's Caitlin Clark, the walking embodiment of fine. I'll do it myself. It's Angel Reese, storming into the arena with I hope y'all brought snacks 'cause I'm about to eat energy. It's the assistant coaches pretending they're not panicking while Caitlin rewrites the playbook with glitter gel pens. Stephanie White may be out. The coaching staff might be duct tape and prayer. But the fans? They're front row for history. And somewhere in the background, a Fever intern is Googling, can a player win Rookie of the Year and Coach of the Year at the same time? Now imagine the unthinkable. Caitlin doesn't even play. She doesn't lace up. She just leans back in the coaching chair, crosses her arms, and coaches her way to a W over Angel Reese. Are we ready for that kind of madness? That's like LeBron winning Game 7 while also working the scoreboard and handing out orange slices. Picture it. Angel Reese rolls into the arena, fired up for a war with Caitlin Clark, and finds out Clark isn't playing. She's clipboard ready, headset on, Microsoft Word don't panic sheet printed 5 minutes before tip-off. And yet the Fever are on fire, raining threes like they're avenging every bad Yelp review Indiana has ever received. Reese looks confused. Who's calling these plays?
Clark is. She's not playing you.
She's playing with you. And that is 10 times more insulting. The cameras pan to Clark mid-game, legs crossed, sipping coconut water, smirking like she's 2 plays ahead of time and 1 dimension ahead of space. And then, the petty moment of all petty moments. Clark checks herself into the game with 90 seconds left. Not because they need her.
Just to make a point.
She pulls up from the logo.
Splash.
Winks at Angel. Calls a timeout. Benches herself. Game over. That's not basketball. That's villain origin story material. You'll see that clip forever. In memes. In ESPN montages. In high school gym speeches. Remember, kids, if Caitlin Clark can beat Angel Reese without even playing, you can definitely pass algebra. And let's be real. If she wins like this, she may never go back. Playing is cute. Coaching? That's power.
Angel?
She's sweating through warm-ups, headphones blasting, visualizing 20 points on Caitlin. Only Clark's not even suiting up. She's icing her ankle, sipping vitamin water, and drawing plays that belong in a coaching clinic. Meanwhile, Indiana looks like a machine. Screens are crisp. Cuts are tight. It's like they've got Bluetooth earpieces beaming Clark's brainwaves in real time. Angel's bricking layups and staring at the hoop like it personally insulted her. Clark, legs crossed, calm as ever, calling for a double team like she's ordering takeout. And the scoreboard? Indiana's up 12. Angel's confused. Clark is nodding like, yeah, this is happening. This isn't a game. This is a lesson. A statement. A chess match where one player showed up thinking it was checkers. And the rivalry? It just went nuclear.